Hey guys, Matt James coming to you from Northeast Florida, where somebody definitely turned the air conditioning on outside today. Very cool when I got up this morning, about 45, 46 degrees. I know a lot of you guys out there that listen to me and watch this blog are laughing right now, but for us in Northeast Florida, that's getting cold for me. I'm a native, born and raised here, so that's getting cold for me. Uh, winter's coming in for us, and it's one of those times where I'm glad I've got a treadmill and a lot of my exercises and workouts I can do inside. So I'm super happy about that. But at the same time, I feel for so many of you people. As I've been watching college football since last weekend, I'm seeing all the snow and all the craziness out there. So I feel for you guys. I know that I still have it really light here in Northeast Florida compared to what you guys are going through. My apologies if I feel a little, or I should say if I sound a little nasally today. I've been battling cold and allergies all week, and a lot of people, when I tell them about that, they're like, allergies, what are you talking about? It's November, and I'm looking out my back window here, and while I realize it's November, I actually have an azalea blooming right out behind my house. And if you don't know anything about azaleas, they bloom in the spring. When we have the azaleas blooming here in Florida, it's like, okay, spring has officially arrived. So it's been so warm, so hot here that everything is totally confused, and so many of our plants and trees are currently pollinating it still, and it's just insane. So been feeling a little bit down and under the weather, but still able to continue my workouts and had a great run this morning. So today marks 3 months exactly. 3 months ago today, I was in an operating room and having my right knee operated on, getting a significantly torn meniscus repair, and discovering that I also have a loose ACL in there, but not as a result of my injury, but just something that I've had to apparently have been living with. It's a little more noticeable now since I lost some other tissue in regard to having the injury repaired and the surgery done, but super excited. I had a fantastic run this morning on the treadmill. I just did an easy 3 miles, but I'm running pain-free. Everything feels great. I'm saying all systems go, and Thanksgiving morning, I'll be doing my first run. In fact, I'm wearing the shirt from this run back from a few years ago. It's called the Shut Up and Run. It benefits a great charity here in my local hometown, and it's cross country, so I'm looking forward to getting out and towing the line again and doing that. I initially had intended to talk about something totally different today, but coming back from this injury and being a little bit under the weather this week, and then I was listening to a podcast the other day that really put this thought on my mind, and it's all about making sure that each of us, we're all individuals, we're all different, and it's really, really important that each of us writes our own story. We need to be careful about looking to other people, and yes, I feel like we need to look at others and see what they're doing and what's working for them. But at the same time, while we have people that we look to, whether they are a mentor or whether it's someone that we're trying to model our life, or maybe a certain physique changes that we're trying to create, we're using them as a model and something to strive for. It's super, super important to understand that we're all individuals, and we have to do our own thing, and we have to write our own story. And that's what I want to talk about today, is making sure that each of us is writing our own story, and we're doing what we need to do for who we are, where we're at right now, and where we want to get to and where we want to go. Really, really important, guys. What works for me isn't necessarily going to work for you or anyone else out there. And while it may work, the results may not be specifically the same. I'm an older guy now. I'm 53, and when I was younger, I could take weight off like it was nothing. If I just said, okay, I want to lose 15 pounds, put my mind to it, in all honesty, seriously, in a few weeks, that 15 pounds would be off. By the same token, I've always been one of those guys that I can look at food. Thanksgiving morning, I could sit there and just look at the food on the table and probably gain 5 pounds, no problem. And I've always been that way. But as I've gotten older now, through my exercise routine and my running and the other things that I'm able to do, one of the things I've noticed is I've gotten my metabolism to the point that I don't gain weight so quickly any longer, but at the same time, it is very difficult to take it off and to lose that body fat. You know, like right now, I've kind of been down for quite a while with this knee surgery, and you know, I really didn't gain any weight, ironically, until the last couple of weeks that I was down, and I gained about 4 or 5 pounds those last couple of weeks, but my metabolism was able to hold on until that point. And I'm at the point right now where I've pretty much lost that weight, but I'm really wanting to get my weight down right now because I am a runner, and that's one of the big focuses that I have in my life and in my athletic pursuits. And I realize that probably no one single thing right now is going to help me more than to get my weight down and to just simply be a lighter runner and make that shock to my joints as easy as it possibly can be. But it's super important, guys, that we work from where we are. Right now, you know, when I look at my times, if I compared my running times to what I was doing 6 months ago, I would be devastated because I'm so slow. But I have to also realize that I'm 3 months out from surgery. So those 9.5-minute miles that I ran this morning, while dreadfully slow, the fact that they were pain-free, everything felt great, my breathing felt great, the whole 9 yards, that is super important. And that's where I'm at right now. When I run this race Thanksgiving morning, it may be the worst time that I've ever run on that particular course, but it's where I'm at right now. And I'm only going to get better, and I'm only going to grow from here. Whatever the case may be, you know, we all have our own story and what we're coming back from. People may look at me Thursday morning and say, man, what happened to that guy? He used to be way faster than that. But they don't know. They're not going to know that 3 months ago I was on an operating table and having my knee worked on. So we have to always be conscious of our story, where we're at and where we want to get to. You know, it would be so easy for me to look at any of you out there, whether you were running a race or whether we were in the gym working out, and think, you know, gosh, that's all they can lift, or man, you know, I would think he could run a lot faster than that, or that she could do better than that. But I don't know your story. So it's really important, guys, to not let the words of others get inside you and infect you, but make sure that you're working on your own story, that you're writing your own story and not what somebody else wants for you. So make sure that you're setting goals, and I strongly suggest that you write those goals down, but in any event, whether it's up here, whether it's on paper, wherever it may be, make sure that you're setting goals. Make sure that you have solid goals and that you're constantly working towards that. And guys, remember, it's those tiny steps. Talked about that last week. Tiny steps forward all the time, each and every day. My progress right now is very slow. But through my routine that I'm doing, by eating better and by exercising more wisely for where I'm at right now and what I need to do and what I want to do and where I want to get to, I'm slowly seeing that body fat come down, that weight is coming down, and everything right now is clicking and happening and looking good. But I have to write my own story. I can't go and look at these 20-somethings and think that I can do that kind of stuff anymore, or that that's going to work for me. I'm 53 years old. I have a whole different story right now. And my ending is going to be, you know, what I want it to be as I continue to work and write that story. So guys, this week, encourage you to write your own story. Don't worry about what other people are saying. Do not listen to the naysayers. In fact, if you've got negative people like that, you probably need to cut them out of your life anyway. But don't listen to those words. Don't listen to what other people are saying. Know where you are. Take stock of where you're at. Write your story. You write your story and do whatever you have to do to create the ending that you want. All right, guys. Thanksgiving's coming up. I hope that you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope that you're able to spend it with family and friends and, you know, enjoy some good food, but be careful with that. You know, don't go too crazy. And remember, guys, think about what that story is. What is that ending that you want? Where do you want to get to? What do you want to be? Who do you want to be? How do you want to be? What do you want to look like? And you know what? Write those goals down. Start writing the end of your story now. Start it today and make it a good one. As always, guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a great week. And in everything you do, be relentless. Talk to you soon. Bye.